This is at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Denver Broncos. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On play action, Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Block off of play action. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Now Locke. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33.
A gain of 12.
12 yards there as they move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To the ground, Cook, and not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. This is Mostert. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Tackle made by Michael.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Locke to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
2 yards.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just 61. Matchbox, right.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this game? They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he's got his tight end fan. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0.
To kick off for Denver.
And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
2nd and 4. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch safety 3. Watch safety 3. He come. 132 fight.
Mostert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They fake the handoff, now Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On second down now, it's Cook. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Lock. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive lineman.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they will take a knee here. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
1st down, Vikings.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a run with Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ball carrier.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, you got deep? 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Scene 6.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. There's Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Mostert. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The ball carrier.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From midfield, here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They hand it off to Mostert. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 26, check 26. General, Max.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 26. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
33-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now to Denver, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up second down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And the Vikings first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Vikings.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Point after, right down the middle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the lead now down to 20. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On play action, Locke. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Locke. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Raheem Mostert there. 3rd down here.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Running for it, here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that will cut this lead down to 13.
Makes the score Broncos 37. Vikings.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Again, they'll run it with Mostert, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn, can't relate, watch his skirt.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
14-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
Ready, 52, watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Today's final score, Broncos.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Denver, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for